Hi, my name is Spike from Meet First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Hell yes, Spike. Welcome back to Prescription Punk Rock. Like I said, the last time was for our 500 episode, and it was a cool interview. I have so much great memories from that show. But anyway, we're here to talk about your coming back to Montreal. But first of all, Spike, how are you, man?
I'm all right. It's been a weird few years, but I think everybody can say that, right?
Yeah, and I think that it's kind of the last 8 months have been a therapy for everyone to see shows again, doing shows, being part of, culture, and we realize that, culture is such important thing for mental and also for human to keep going and stay alive.
Yeah. No, that would be the ideal way for things to be, but I think you live in a more continental European part of North America than I do. You know what I mean? Like we still don't seem to value art and culture down in these parts. So yeah, well, cycles. I mean, yeah, and then I don't know when it comes back. Who knows what it's going to look like? It may not be something that we recognize or are even willing to accept. Maybe it already came, and because it didn't suit our specific idiom or whatever, that we just missed it. I could certainly say that for myself because I don't really pay attention to musical trends. Usually if I like pop music, I look and see who it is, and it's always either Kylie Minogue or Beyonce.
Nice.
Popular music. But, yeah, various people enjoyed various songs. I would say that my favorite are on the first two records. I just love the sound, the way everything gelled, the way I let the songs, the original songs that we picked. I thought they were great choices because I hated the songs themselves, but there was a nice tension between how I felt about the song and then the place that we ended up taking the songs to, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
And it was really fun to try to make a song that I did not really like into something that I did like. Yeah, just not the Eagles. I've never, I don't really like. I'm not a huge fan, but and still not a huge fan. Even after learning a couple of their songs and playing them, we were actually told by them that we could not get a sync license to do a video, which is what you need to do if you want to film a video and film yourself syncing your the movements of your mouth to their words and music. You have to get permission from them, and they denied us permission, and furthermore told us that they hated our version. Yeah, so it was not surprising. It was, I don't know. I was surprised to even be on their radar, but to be perfectly honest, but
yeah, I'm sure you didn't did the cover and say we're gonna tour with them. They're gonna request us as opening act. I'm sure.
No, that's not. Yeah, we didn't. And even if we had thought that, the Eagles put the kibosh on that. So on the term.
A big fucking no. But is there any artist that you had great feedback and you were surprised that they did enjoy the song? Not because you did it wrong, but you're surprised because they don't really care about the punk scene, or
Yeah, I forget who it was. The original artist. God, I don't remember. We try to do covers like nobody's watching. You know what I mean? And try to keep the artist out of the room. Like once we learn the song, it's better for us, learn the chords and sort of learn the structure of the song. It's almost best to keep, to stop listening to the original version and just try to develop something of our own.
Around that.
Yeah, and how much is somebody else and how much is us is really, I don't even know that. That's a lot to unpack. But my mom shared sort of like a holy trinity with me, which was the Beatles, the Stones, and the Yardbirds.
Oh, yeah.
Between the three of those groups, that, especially for like a certain kind of like Anglo, I guess you could say Anglo-American pop music, because they were certainly going, you know, for an American sound, I think in some cases, but like that to me is still the pinnacle of pop music and what it's capable of. It changed people's minds, it opened people's minds, but it still had like a catchy, recognizable pop appeal, which I love. I love pop music, you know, and I hate pop music. So you know, it all depends. But the Beatles were pop music, and they were, I don't know, they stood the test of time. Later, 60 years later, and we're still listening. You know, can't put it down. No, but when it comes again, like to Beyonce or Kylie Minogue, I have no guilt. I feel no guilt for enjoying, for taking pleasure from that music. It was Kylie Minogue's new, she had a disco anthem from a couple of years ago called Miss a Thing. Man, it is so good, and it's just like, just kind of a cheesy disco song, but there's something about it. I guess, like, Kylie Minogue's best songs always have, like, there's some kind of dark, like, transgressive undertone. I don't know how to describe it. There's something more than meets the eye or the ear. Yeah, no, she's great, and she's one of those, like, celebrity figures that's very, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's going to sound very silly, but she's very disciplined about her and her persona and everything. I really admire her as a pop artist.
It's so cool because in the punk scene, you know, pop came really earlier. Like when you listen to the Descendants, there was really catchy pop songs, and do you feel? Yeah, the Ramones too. Like it's like a perfect combination of two music.
Right, but they were taking from a certain era of pop, like they were a missing link. Like now a lot of bands listen to the Shangri-Las and the Beach Boys and stuff like that, but I don't think when they started that people were really listening to it, you know? If you dig into the past and try to make something new, whether it's covers or whether it's originals, you know, you're always looking to the past a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
You know? Even if you're singing original songs, you're doing something that has been done before. But I guess it's a matter of timing, a matter of a little bit of originality and inspiration, you know, because if you time it right, then the history becomes relevant in the present.
Wow, man, it's so true. Wow.
Yeah, or just energy. I mean, in our case, you know, it's dangerous to talk about originality, but I think we bring energy, certainly we try to live performances. We really have a great time playing live.
And, you know, you're going to be October 9th in Montreal. What's going to be the lineup for Canada? Is it the same lineup that the last shows?
I don't remember the last time that we were up there, but I don't think so. It's I don't know if you're familiar with Swami John Reed.
Yes.
Yes, UK 82. And he played with the Damned for several years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did a story punk about the Damned. They're amazing. It's crazy that he used to be part of that.
Yeah, for quite a long time. I want to say about 20 years he traveled with them.
So, man, you got Damned stories, Glitch Dog stories from, you know, CG when he was in the Ramones. That's great.
Yeah, all kinds of stories. And John Reese has some wonderful stories too. He's seen a lot of. He stays busy. Yeah, he sure does. So yeah, that's going to be the lineup in Montreal, and I think we may even have some free time. And I'm going to go to Petit Italy, which is my favorite part of that city. It's hard to pick a favorite part of that city because it truly is one of the a jewel of the North American continent. But if I had to pick a place, it'd be Saint Laurent, Saint-Zotique, Milano's Grocery, which is like a paradise on earth. I know you're familiar with it. That place it's so big. It's got so much stuff. there's a place in Pittsburgh, which is where I grew up, that's called Pennsylvania Macaroni. That like is about on par with but it's not quite as big. It doesn't have all that Milano's has. Milano is truly a full service Italian market. We've been working on a record for quite some time. It's just that COVID happened in the interim and sort of took some of the wind out of our sails. But the tracks are still good. We just are. I'm going to be busy for the next 6 weeks, so I won't be able to work on it. But rest assured, someday it will be done because the tracks that we have so far are too good to waste. So it may take a while, but we will get it done. And we are also putting the finishing touches on a record of boleros. My Panamanian friends and myself started a band called Los Nuevos Bajos, which means the new lows in Spanish. And we do all boleros, a couple rock and roll songs in Spanish, and we should have a full length out probably sometime next year on Del Corazon Records from right here in Kansas. The song form bolero, but it is a beautiful love song, beautiful words, beautiful melodies, chord progressions, and I was able to convince some great players from Panama City to help me realize this project, and now we have a full-length record that we're just putting the final touches on, and then we will release it with our friend Alberto from Del Corazon Records, who also has a lot of great releases on his label as well. Very similar to Roman's got around, man. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you like. We already I should have mentioned, we have 7-inch records already available on Del Corazon Records. With 2 songs, so if you're interested, please look it up. They should be pretty easy to find, either in the store or through mail order or what have you.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of collectors out there. Go right now, buy them, and help Spike, with that project. And it helped every. The thing is, it's not cheap right now touring. So if you can buy shirt, everything you can, like from the band you go see. I know a lot of people like me, we're getting old, we have great jobs, so man, we have money, budget, let's spend it.
I like the way you think. You're definitely a man after my own heart, and I do appreciate it, and we can't wait to, touring is hard, it's risky, but we can't wait to do it, because like you said, it is therapeutic, especially after all this time. We have options right now. We can either tear one another apart, like we were doing before COVID, or we can support one another and do the opposite.
Yeah, we need you guys more than ever to share love, man, because people spend 2 years on the internet and there was not much love, man, from what I saw.
No, and still not. I live in a city too, and there's not a whole lot of love out there. But where you see it, you learn to appreciate it. Yeah, I find it encouraging too. Here, at least, it's when you go out to spend money, a lot of the times you're getting an inferior product or inferior service because there's nobody left to work. There's nobody filling the job.
Yeah.
The good news behind that is that employees don't take shit anymore, which I think is a beautiful thing.
It's so true, really happening here. Like, with the last generation getting really old and getting, the retired, and it's really changed, and the mentality is gonna change. And yeah, you're right. I think that people ain't gonna be slave anymore of 40 hours working in a shitty job. You're gonna have the chance to choose.
Yes, I agree. And no matter, you can't that they can try to twist the message or try to spin it, but ultimately they're just going to have to give people more money, and they have the money, so fuck them.
Yes, that's so true. Come on, when you gonna run for president, Pike?
Absolutely never.
No.
We're going to run for any political office.
No chance. You would be good, man.
God's here.
Damn right. So, you're gonna be, I repeat myself, on October 9th, there's still tickets. Go buy it. It's gonna be sold out. So, man, don't wait. You're gonna be disappointed because it's gonna be one of the best shows this year. And you know, right now it's crazy.
We love Club Soda. We love St. Catherine. We love Club Soda. What else? Je me souviens. Thank you. I'd like to think that too. It's my home, at least for the time being, you know, and I still love it. I always will. No, I believe it, but I gotta say, San Francisco is very expensive too, unfortunately. But you know, we cut corners and we go to work.
That's it.
Maison Publique, which is also an excellent restaurant. Yeah, there's such great food in that town. I can't wait to get there too. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry for new experiences, for new food and flavors and style.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Like I said.
Architecture. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and the dirt side of Montreal too. There's a really dirt punk side of Montreal. Really trash.
Yes. That's right. Spirit. And there's an egalitarian continental European spirit that I appreciate. It's like a little island of it in the North American Sea of Anglophones. Yeah. And maybe you have to go outside to appreciate it, but I am outside, and from the outside, I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the outside. We're 3 hours from Montreal, Quebec City, and Montreal. So, but yeah, I go to Montreal like 10, 50 times a year since I'm really young. So it's kind of my second home in a way. Hell yeah, my friend. See you in Montreal. Bye-bye.
Good night.